Hey, it's June 19th. Welcome to the Alan Osborne Show. Hey, look what we're in the middle of, Mikey. We're in the middle of an election. I guess it's not you and me, or hopefully it's me and Murray in November. But I'm in this sheriff's race there, Mikey. So I know you don't want to talk about it, and I see that I'm already being attacked by people and people I've never heard of are suddenly worried about me, Mikey. But you know, this is the Constitution, and people, here's the way I see it. For that, you got two choices. If you choose not to participate in government whatsoever, you'll be ruled by those who do. All your decisions will be made by those who will participate in government. And you got to be careful that your government's not just a bunch of damn politicians. That's what I think Mike is. So Mike's got an open Facebook question tonight. So I see he's been his little minions. And think about it, Mike's got this massive PIO section. He's got his little worm, Cory Godwin. He got a job at the Sheriff's Association. I want you to go to the Alan Osborne page and search back about a year or two when Mikey and Cory were all involved in that. And it's also on some Facebook pages out there. And go watch those videos because these are questions that happened during this last 4 years of Mikey. Ask Mike about this. Ask him about his employee who was, ask him about the lawsuit with Bradley where a supervisor was harassing people by acting like he was trying to sniff their panties. I mean, you can explain the whole thing because I believe he was found guilty, correct, Mike? And he's still in charge. Isn't that right, Mike? And you make those decisions, right? Hey, Mike, didn't you lose your revolver or didn't somebody steal it from you while you were the sheriff? Did you tell us? What happens to other deputies who lose their revolver? Hey, didn't the chief of police, hey, James, didn't you lose yours too or it was stolen from you? Can you tell us that story? That'd be a good bedtime story because in the military, when we lost a weapon, everybody went out to where they thought the weapon got gone, and we stayed there till we found it, or it became too expensive to stay there anymore. There was accountability, but what happens when you lose your weapon, Mike? I just want to know. You look like you got gas a little bit. I don't know. It's bothering you. But anyway, Mike, coming after Murray, you got to be careful about that. The guy's record don't look that bad. I mean, why don't you debate him on the facts? I like to debate you on the facts. Maybe up here, maybe up at the end of Red Bay or something up there, it could be a debate. I don't know. Why don't we just have a televised debate? You've got all that. We can do it on Zoom live. You got that whole damn PIO section. God knows what you spent on that since you've been the sheriff. You've got a full up political, let us tell you what we've been doing thing. And it's mostly about you. I don't think you can use it much during the election, but but you're using it every day. So you lost your weapon. The chief of police lost your weapon. Those are good questions. Didn't your secretary, Tammy Godwin, related to the other mess, didn't you fire her? Can you tell us the circumstances that led to her dismissal and then you hiring her back to be Employee of the Year at some point? Could you go over that in your Facebook Live? These are things. Can you explain how when I filed a complaint because the state attorney told me to turn it over to the sheriff's office for investigation about somebody carrying a weapon into the court and breaking the judge's order that we didn't even get a response? There was no response. So Mike wasn't worried about somebody. Well, maybe because he lost his weapon, he wasn't worried if other people were carrying him into the courthouse. I mean, whatever. You ever read the Atkinson ethics complaint? The Ethics Commission didn't have the authority to investigate some of that. And the state attorney's office at the time, Bill Edens, chose not to. You read that and see if anybody else could get away with that. And then find out what the county's about. To me, it was about empire building. We just don't know what's going on in his budget. And look, if you're out there and you have this kind of stuff on Mike, remember the great big 30A party? Remember him trying to make him enforce some of these rules? Remember the people who live here? This is the guy who doesn't enforce the rules. This is the guy that you have to hire your own people to protect you from. This is the guy in the middle. Remember when he said he didn't want? Remember when he said he didn't want to enforce the rules? I mean, he's going to kind of wait on the court. I mean, wasn't he kind of being judge? And how many of you think, like me, that Mike was being judge and jury during the CU Beach issue? It was just whatever looked good for him politically is probably what he picked. Remember when he just recently, him and Russell came to a commission meeting and said they realized that they were out of sync with the BCC on schools and law enforcement stuff, and they should be involved in the process? It only took you 20 years to figure this out after we've already exploded and got a mess. What are you getting, 60% of the budget? We're just not sure. There's lots of questions out there. Like I said, the house party down 30A, the huge, all that mess. And then supposedly Mike had family members there and nobody could ever get an answer. I don't know. There's a lot of questions that need to be asked. And I think the budget needs to be turned over. I'm going to do a public records request for the budget as a candidate. I mean, I'm sure Mr. Murray will want it. I don't have anything bad to say about Mr. Murray. People say, you know, his record looks good so far. He might say something that makes me say something about him. But, Lord, I mean, if the sheriff's not going to tell the truth, and in my world, what you see around Walton County is, as he said, he's the chief law enforcement officer. So if you feel like things aren't fair in Walton County when it comes to law enforcement, then this is a guy that's responsible, and maybe you've got two choices besides him. Maybe you just need somebody to tell the truth and do real investigations. Maybe the Bay wouldn't be so polluted if white-collar crime and non-enforcement of ordinances with county employees was enforced by this man. Maybe he should have been calling environmental crimes. Maybe it shouldn't take the mosquito commissioner filing a whistleblower lawsuit to protect him from the sheriff and other people that would be in government. It's sad. When you think about it, when you rewrite a job description, and I believe right now the head of Mike's jail is a law enforcement officer. I'm going to go confirm that. So what if the only time there's been a head of the jail with a non-law enforcement officer was when Mike's best buddy needed a job and was tired of driving to Panama City? Go watch the Godwin episodes. You just can't make this shit up. And that's the way it was on the Alan Osborne show. Go read the investigation written by Stan Sunday that the state attorney never wanted to take action on. Read the summary. It's posted online. Go read that. These are things that make you go, On June 19th, 2024. Welcome to the sheriff's race, Mike. It's going to be different this time, I hope. I hope you won't hide from Mr. Murray. And if Mr. Murray's not successful, I hope you won't hide from me till November. Let's talk it out alive. Let's do it. Till next time on the Alan Osborne Show, you just can't make this stuff up, but you can unelect it. You can have a choice. If you don't like what you see across the nation because you think leadership has failed us on the border, failed us here, failed us there, then this guy's part of it probably. That's what I think so too, and you get a choice. So till next time, keep them straight. This guy couldn't keep himself straight, and he can't even find his gun. See you later.